guys, welcome to By the Cover with Miles and
Arie.
Yes, we are here. This is our part 1 discussion of Onyx Storm by Rebecca Yarros.
Chapters 1 through 25.
Yes, so there's spoilers. If you have not read these chapters, come back and chat with us. On the dragons, and the tornado came with Taryn and he got knocked out or whatever. Right. And then Garrick was the walker. He came. Was it Garrick? Okay.
Yeah, Garrick. I kind of like Garrick. I think he's just so cool. And then he takes care of Xaden, and
I like Ridoc.
You like Ridoc?
He's funny to me.
You
know what Ridoc gives me?
What?
He gives me the voice of Jay in Big Mouth, and the one that's in, because he's the voice actor. I'm find his name, but the voice actor of Jay from Big Mouth is the same voice actor of a character from Invincible.
Mm-hmm.
And he gives me that energy, like just douchey, funny, like that.
He's definitely nice and lighthearted. And Rebecca, you better not kill him. Like, I feel like you're... Yes,
oh, yes.
I feel like she better not kill nobody, honestly. Him in so many aspects of the story. I love how he stepped up and was like, I want to come on the mission.
Mm-hmm.
So he has that little soft, lovey side on top of being the humorous one, the funny one, the one that's making everything a little bit lighter, And then he's I don't know, he's just so lovable. You're right. He's a good one. He's a great character. I love him.
Yeah.
I do. But I do like Garrick because I feel like he's the dark, quiet one that has things going on.
He's definitely a lot quieter, but like you said, Ridoc is even right here I highlighted, he said, look, it's only a fight if we make it one. He's just always down. He's just always down. Even though they're all always down. Yeah. They're all always down, but he's just very yo, come on, he'd be ready down. But okay, so just to go back to Garrick, so that scene, remember he got there and she was like, wait, you're a walker? Ain't no way in hell, right? So
yeah.
So going back to Garrick. So remember that scene where they were flying? I think they were having a battle or something like that, and the tornado came and it got Taryn and he got knocked out, whatever the case may be, and then Garrick came. Mm-hmm. And to her understanding, she knew that Garrick was not a part of that mission or that flight. So she was like, "How the hell did you get here so quickly?" That's when she's like, "Okay, you're a walker."
Miles away, yeah.
Okay, remember they were caught in a tornado. That's what knocked them out. So she goes, Garrick admits with a slight smirk when flicks his hands upward. Ridoc steps forward, simultaneously throwing a wall of ice that instantly battered by a gust of wind that rivals the tornado Taryn and I got caught up in. I know that was a little emphasis to me, because it's whenever an author, or maybe specifically Rebecca Yarros, whenever she brings up something that happened before, for her to specifically say that there was the tornado that Taryn and I got caught up in, to me that was a
pay attention.
Yeah. So, but in this scenario, it was Garrick, but Ridoc as well, which I don't think Ridoc. I love
Ridoc is the water one though. So it's. The wind is coming from
Garrick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I wonder if, because, Garrick just popped up at that place and the tornado was there.
Yeah.
And the fact that she pointed out right here that was the same tornado that it seems like, I wonder if either Garrick's being shady, but I think that he was the tornado, right?
Now that you pointed it out. Wow.
Right.
That was a catch.
I'm just
that was a catch. Wow.
Yeah, so I'm wondering. So
yeah, because he has 2 signets. All of them have 2 signets.
Mm-hmm.
And then she goes, she questioned that to Xaden. She was like, do all the marked ones have 2 signets?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that part
but he never answers her question. That's another thing I hate about Xaden.
He never answers the question.
He's like a freaking Dr. Seuss or something.
He's crazy.
He's like a vampire. A vampire can't come in until you let them in. That's what he gives me. That's what he
gives you. He doesn't answer the question, A. And B, there's so many things that are weird about the marked ones. It's the backfiring of being marked, right? How they mark them, but then now if there's more than 3 together, then Melgren can't see their future. That's a big backfire. Why did that backfire? Is it like magic needs balance, or is there something else going on here? Now we know that all the Mark Ones come up with 2 signets. Why? And then this marking, this special marking, reminds me so much of the markings that they get from the dragons. And then don't ever forget, because I'm still not forgetting, Rebecca, what is this little thing that one of the women from Erasia gave to each and every one of the kids? Do you remember that? In Iron Flame, there's this little thing, some sort of toy-looking thing or whatever that's on the side of Xaden's bed. And Violet inquires about it, right? So she inquires about it, and he ends up telling her that every single one of the marked ones have one. Mm-hmm. And it was given to them by some woman. I don't think it was his mom. It was somebody's mom. I want to say it was like Liam's mom. But yeah, she gave every single one of them one of these things. Mm-hmm. And it's like, oh, but then it ends there. And it's just like you said, it's like, why would you highlight something like that? And then we don't hear about it ever again, or know about it ever again. And I believe it did have like some runes on it.
Mm-hmm. The whole rune thing is
There's a lot of elements of magic happening all at once. I've never seen that in a book, like where it was like different types of magic coming together in one kind of situation. So yeah, that was interesting to me. But I definitely think that it's not gonna be the end of the marked ones surprises. No. Like how you're saying.
Yeah.
But I do think that I think that whole aspect that they're allowing the people that they saved to dictate where they go and what they do in the war college is crazy to me. Like, if it wasn't for all of the people from Erasia, plus the Flyers coming in and saving their asses, they would be all gone and dead. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, why? Why are you allowing them to literally put you guys into these boxes, into these constraints? It doesn't make any sense. I mean, Jasenia was just like, whatever, I'm cool with it because I get to just like basically help your mission right now. But this is ridiculous. Like, I just felt like that was too much.
One thing that I was also thinking about, and I think we spoke about it before, is like, I don't know, like it's starting to make me feel like if in the Basgiath community with the dragons, and which I don't really think the dragons for specifically, but like the humans of Basgiath, like that whole colony, like it's making me feel like, are you guys the bad guys?
That's what I was saying about the villain.
It's making me wonder. And the first reason that I started to think that was when I told you when they went to, I don't know what town, but when they went to that town to get the riders. When they went to that town to get the riders, remember? And they were like, y'all die in the threshing. Yeah. Like in the training. And they're like...
Flyers.
Yes, the Flyers. Mm-hmm. The Flyers and the Griffins. Yeah. So when they went to that town, and the whole trade-off was for the Basgiath community to take all the remaining Flyers, and with their whole trek back to their colony, they had that conversation.
That's crazy.
And the Flyers were like, y'all died during training, and they're just like, yeah, like what do you guys do? They're like, you just start over.
Yeah. You just swim down the river or whatever back and
yeah. So that was
a little embarrassing maybe, but it's not like full blown death. Yeah. They're dying at left and right in Basgiath War College, like left and right.
And it's crazy because in that moment, like the Flyers were literally looking at the riders like, y'all is barbaric. So even now to like what's just fast forwarding to now, and how, to me, it's just like, I wonder if this is why all the other communities were against them, because they were actually the bad guys.
Well, they say that it's because they have the wards. And so they just kind of like, it's almost like they just are very They say that it's because, like the wards are up. So they basically like don't let those people into their areas. They don't trade that much with them, etc.
That's guys.
Yeah. But just to say, how you just said, people view that. Like, I feel like even the Isles, they view them as the bad guys. You remember when they came in there and they were like,
Dragon,
whatever,
Firebringers,
and it's like, They are the bad guys to the rest of the world, if you really think about it.
Yeah, that's what I'm really like feeling. Which, yeah.
I want to know more.
The other thing which I highlighted, and she said it, like she was like, there was something that they were at, and she realized there were a lot of unbonded flyers, and she was saying that dragons are taking their time when it comes to channeling. And I'm wondering, because some of the people in her squad, they haven't manifested their signet yet. Mm-hmm. So I'm wondering, like, what is going on there?
Yeah, I remember that part. So they're not manifesting. I think Sloan did. Arie hasn't manifested yet. A couple of people didn't manifest yet. So,
and they're emphasizing it like it's kind of like not normal at this point. Mm-hmm. Like it would be a lot more sooner. Yeah, and then remember, it was also saying how the dragons aren't bonding with the riders either. So there's a lot of like unbonded dragons because they're just being a lot more pickier.
I don't think it's that. I think that they're bonded with Venin.
And see?
I think that there's a lot of dragons that are bonding with the Venin now.
It's crazy.
Yeah. But the one thing that I do feel like maybe why the Venin are a little still bad in my brain is because they do take all of the power. Like they drain the land. They drain it.
Yeah, because when they went to that one town, they were showing, which that was an interesting scene when they went to that one town with the fire and then the girl.
Mira?
No.
Oh, the girl who, she freaked out and got everybody like for no
and killed the guy.
Yeah.
And the girl, and not Mira, Violet was just like, you need to stop. Like, that's the worst kind of thing that you're doing right now. Stop being fearful. Dang, you said something.
I did find the part where she's speaking out loud. So she goes, she's with Xaden and she says, "It feels so right to be in his arms." There's no quotations around this. And he goes, "Because it is." He says, holding me tighter. I blink and pull back to look at him. I didn't say that out loud. His brow furrows. Then you must have thought it down the bond because I wasn't pushing into your intentions. My heart races for a different reason. No, but maybe, or your signet is growing.
That she's saying to him.
Yes. His eyes flare. Someone knocks at the door. Xaden mutters, and I push against his chest. Don't be. So I think that moment was definitely her signet pushing through.
Yeah.
And I think she more pushes her thoughts into other people's minds as opposed to like reading other people's minds.
It's like I yes and no. Unless was there another moment where this happened with someone else other than Xaden?
It ends up happening with Taryn.
Because if she's pushing her thoughts into someone else, that's to me that's kind of similar to what Kat can do, except like Kat's actually manipulating it, like where she gets in their head.
She's manipulating
how they feel, their thoughts or whatever.
So emotions. More emotions.
But she has to get in their head to understand. So
yeah. I think hers would have been like a level 4 type of thing if she was a writer. Which, okay, there you go again. So the Flyers have signets with their griffins. So it's almost like because the source is so strong, they need something to kind of filter it to get the power without it like overtaking them and overtaking their brain.
Yes. Side note. Mm-hmm. I found another note about Mira.
Lay it on me because my theories about Mira.
It says Mira swings her pack from her shoulder, then retrieves several leather pouches before picking the one marked with a circular protection rune I don't recognize and replacing the rest.
What was she doing there in that moment? Where were they?
General thing.
Got a lot going on. And now she's even staying in Orisha. That's where she's stationed. She's stationed in Orisha. So she basically has no one watching her, no one watching her movements. She's able to do whatever she wants. Before, she was staying in the most outpost warded area, doing the wards out there. And then this guy, Kat's brother, Drake, what's his name? I think his name is Drake, ends up like knowing her reputation or whatever. I don't know if you remember that part, but you know how they're traveling and Kat is with them.
Oh, yes.
And
yes,
Kat's brother's with them.
Yes.
And
she hits him.
They both know each other. Yeah, they both know each other, but basically because their reputations kind of precede them. They know each other based off their reputations. And it's like she's just everywhere. And she knows everyone, you know? And I'm just like, yo, bro. And she's not even that old. No.
But let me read this connecting to the next highlight that I have. So from the last one where she says protection, one marked a rune that I don't recognize and replacing the rest. Trissa sent these as a test to see if runes will work out here. She unbuttons the pouch and hands me a palm-sized slice of what appears to be a lilac-colored quartz tempered with the same rune that labels the leather. That one is supposed to shield you from sunlight. Carry it while we're here for me, would you? She lifts her brows quietly, of course. Like what? But the thing about it is that I feel like if Violet is doing anything like quote unquote shady, I don't think that it's like, I don't think that it's like shady to where she's trying to kill them. I just feel like she's more on some like takeover kind of thing. Like that's what she's starting to give me. Like she's giving me like she's trying to take over something.
Yeah.
Not like trying to kill them.
I could see that too, because that could be her mission from the mom.
The mom was crazy.
To like just create almost like a new Basgiath.
All right, guys. So that was chapter 1 through 25 of Onyx Storm. We're going to read, what's going to be the next one, the next set? 25 to what? It's 66 chapters, so we should probably like 25 to 40 something.
Yeah, let's do 25 to 45.
All right, cool. Yeah. Oh, yeah, because it'll be 45 to 66. Perfect. So we're going to read chapter 26 to 45. So tune in with us there.
Yeah, tune in on part 2.
Comment below any questions, any theories, how you feel about our thoughts, you know, anything, just go ahead and, talk to us about it.
I'd love to hear feedback about the mirror theory. Like if anybody is having the same kind of thoughts about mirror that I'm having, please tell me I'm not alone. Tell me I'm not alone.
Yes. And you know what? Honestly, I definitely want to like try and like as we get people commenting and asking questions, I want to like address it in like the next videos.
Yeah, sure.
Just to see like if people agree. But anyway, so this was part 1. Thank you so much for tuning in. Comment, like, subscribe, share, whatever you got to do. Show the love. So we'll be back in about a week or 2. Maybe, I don't know what we're going to upload, but we'll be back with part 2, chapter 26 to 45.
Yes. So wrapping up, this was chapters 1 through 25. Onyx Storm. Imperium Book 3.